Hello, my tasty, tenacious Taurus. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of June. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for everyone, for all of your support and likes on this channel. So I want to let you know, just a friendly reminder, that the top 3 videos that gets the most likes get a twin flame bonus, and they will also get some promo codes for the extended. So if this resonates, please do not hesitate to click that like button. All right, Taurus, let's hop in. This is what happened in the cleansing ceremony. We had your commitment is being tested in reverse. So I feel like something has, perspired in your life, and maybe you thought that it was testing your commitment to something, but it's not. And I feel like you've actually given up a commitment with someone of okay, I can no longer stay committed to this. Then we had hold your vision in reverse. So I feel like you, in your mind, you had you thought that it was going to go one way, but it didn't. And that's why you're okay, I can't stay committed to this because it's no longer aligned with my vision. And we have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. And the new moon in Leo is in 2 months. It's not too far off. So it's possible that, new moon will be significant for you. But confidence is key to your success. I feel like you are being asked to be confident about this choice, to no longer, stay committed to something that is not really aligned actually with your vision, and to release a vision that you were trying to go down where it didn't, manifest in the way that you wanted it to go. We had Rylu coming out using punch. So this is a fighting type. So there's some fighting energy, although Rylu is, even though it's a fighting psychic. So for some of you, it could be fighting psychically rather than physically, but this is also the sacral chakra. And when this came out, I heard that this was a punch to the gut. I feel like, sacral chakra is also where you emotionally and sensually connect to others. So I feel like this could have had to do with an emotional connection that you had, or a sensual connection to someone, and it just kind of punched you in the gut there. We had the 8 of Chalices come out. Okay, so the 8 of Chalices is telling me that you are inside of an emotional cycle. 8 of Chalices traditionally, right, it means that you have to leave old emotions behind and move forward. And I feel like that is what you are understanding is okay, I need to leave some behind and go to something new. As you can see, she's going to a blank book, and she's, there's a lot of things that have already been written, but she's okay, look, I'm going somewhere where the rest is still unwritten sort of thing, I'm getting that Natasha Bedingfield song. What is it? No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. Okay, I don't know why I'm singing for you, Taurus, but there you go. So yeah, I feel like you're understanding that the future is yours, and you are the one who really gets to write it and correct it. I've never really noticed this in this card, but there's a red piece of chalk or a red pen or something here that the spirits are giving her, hey, you can correct things as well. And I feel like that's you being okay, I see the emotional cycles that I'm in, and I'm going to correct them, and I'm going to make the future, I'm going to write it. I'm not going to let someone else, tell me how it has to be. And I feel like the reason why you're in this position is because of some sort of tower moment that had happened. And tower moments, right, are when things come crashing down. In this deck specifically, she is spilling the tea, okay? So this can be a piece of information that you learned that kind of brought your world crashing down around you. There could have been some information that was just really earth-shattering, basically. And it could have left you looking for answers, right? The 8 of Chalices in this deck for me also has to do with trying to find emotional answers within books or things like that. You might be journaling perhaps, but when it comes to breaking emotional cycles, it's really hard to find those answers in a book, right? You have to kind of experience them. But I do feel whatever this tower moment was, it did enrage you. And it takes a lot for a bull to see red. You know what I mean, Taurus? Y'all are pretty chill overall. But if something stimulates you to charge, then you charge. And I feel like that's the point that you got pushed up to, is you were just red with rage and charged at something, okay? Then we had the Mother of Earth come out in reverse. So, the maiden ushers in new, the mother nurtures, and the crone ends, extinguishes, right? And with the Mother of Earth coming out in reverse, it's telling me that you're understanding that you can no longer physically nurture something. Okay, you can no longer physically do something. For some of you, this may have to do with maybe a mother relationship, right? We have Venus and Mars in Cancer, which does kind of highlight the energy of the mother, and later we'll be going into Cancer season, so there's a lot of mother wounds and stuff. So for some of you, it could have to do with a mother wound, but I'm getting more so that you're understanding that you can't physically nurture whatever punched you in the gut here and gave you that Tower moment. And then we had the One of Earth. So the One of Earth is all about physical new beginning. I feel like you're ready for something new. You're ready to begin again, plant a new seed. It's like you're understanding, okay, these crops that I had, I can't tend to them anymore. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? And instead, I'm going to go, take my seed and plant it elsewhere. I am getting that it's very important for you to be stretching right now. This card, it has the 4 elements in it, which does indicate it's kind of like a lower energy of the magician. It's learning to use all 4 elements. So I feel like in order to have this new beginning, what you're doing is understanding, okay, I need the 4 elements in order to have this new beginning. But I feel like you're kind of collecting them at the moment. And the 4 elements, of course, being, well, actually 5 elements, right? 4 elements are air, which is like communication, the mental processes, the water, your emotions, and, emotional well-being, intuition, fire, which is your passion, your force, your kundalini, your ability to create, and of course, your inspiration to take that action, and then earth, which is the earth realm, and then you, which is, spirit running through you, right? So I feel like you are about to start a new beginning. So that's beautiful, Taurus. Happy Gemini season. I hope you all had a great birthday during Taurus season. Since it is Gemini season, right, which is the season of the twins, I'm using my twin decks to look into the light and the shadow, and then we're going to use this deck to look into the general energy. But like I said, we are in Gemini season. Gemini season is all about the mind and mental processes and our thoughts and things like that. So what we're going to do this month is just see, what's been going on in your mind. What have you been thinking about? Okay. And then we're going to look at some more details about what's been going on in your head. And then in the extended, we will take a look at how we can help bring you peace of mind to further your healing journey, and then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. And right now we are amidst eclipse season, right? We just had that total lunar blood moon, full moon, blood moon eclipse peaking at 5 degrees Sagittarius, and we have a new moon eclipse coming up in Gemini on June 10th. I'm recording this on the 5th of June, so in 5 days. And during eclipse seasons, they're kind of wild cards, right? It's hard to pinpoint exactly what the energy is because it's so kind of a chaotic time. But the eclipse season is basically a giant portal where you are able to, radically change your life should you choose. Okay. And to get to your highest vibrational timeline, there are plenty of things that you can do on a daily basis, but during eclipse season is really the most potent time to make changes that you want in order to get to your highest vibrational timeline. So I suggest that you look into some Akashic record cord cutting, or how to activate your highest vibrational genome and things like that in order to get to your highest vibrational timeline. I do also want to let you know, Taurus, that my private readings are open again. Sorry they weren't open for your season, for your birthday, but happy birthday. And if you are interested in a private reading, feel free to reach out. Okay. All right. Let's see, Taurus, what is going on for you? What's going on in your mind? A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Yeah, I feel like that was that kind of Tower moment. There was some sort of climax that happened that was just like, whoa, okay? And then we have, what do you need to release in reverse? So I feel like you're having difficulty releasing whatever this, like, fiery climax was, so to speak. The full moon in Aries happens in Libra season. It could have been something that happened last year around Libra season. That would be September, October. Let's see. What is this? I was getting like, it may be something that you're having difficulty releasing, or maybe you don't want to release it for some sort of reason, right? Aries is very aggressive, okay? Aries is very, it's the sign of war and aggression and anger. So I do feel like you have that kind of aggression and anger in you that you can't really release, you know, from whatever that tower moment was. We have psychic sphere. Okay, so this is Zatu, which is a psychic type. So this is telling me this is happening in your third eye. You have like this third eye psychic sphere in your mind. It's kind of just like stuck in your head and you can't seem to let it go. It says, they say that it stays still and quiet because it is seeing both the past and future at the same time. It's funny, Libra got this in their extended, so if you have Libra, I do highly suggest that you check that out. But yeah, it says that they stay still and quiet because it's seeing both the past and the future at the same time. So I feel like this is you kind of getting split into timelines, right? It's like, in the present, you're thinking about whatever happened in the past and kind of like, right, when you're stuck in the past, you can have depression, right? That's your spirit that's stuck in the past. It's time traveling into the past. It's your mind time traveling into the past. And then if you have anxiety, it's because your mind is time traveling to the future without your body, right? Without your spirit being able to go along with it, right? So I feel like you're having some depression and anxiety, and again, it's like causing a lot of anger buildup that you can't release, and I feel like it's because you feel caught in time in both the past and the present here because of whatever happened. Let's see, what's the light energy here? And like I was saying, the eclipse seasons, right? They're wild cards. It's a portal. We can time travel, and it looks like part of you stuck in the past, part of you stuck in the future. We have the Knave of Wands. So this is underdeveloped masculine and feminine energy when it comes to your ability to take action and your Kundalini, right? Your Kundalini is your creative potential in order to manifest your reality. It's just, you know, creative force that you have. Right? It's energy. It's energy itself, right? But it needs to be stimulated and brought up, and then it can be transmuted into anything, right? You decide to make a cup of coffee. You decide to paint a painting. You decide to grow a business, things like that, right? It really depends on what you're using it for. And this is telling me that you're kind of afraid of your own power in some sort of way, because this is when you're finally understanding, like, oh, okay, like, you know, how I'm using my fire, you know, is how I'm creating my reality, and that's a little bit scary. And I feel like, you know, as you can see, she has some worry on her face, so I do feel a certain level of anxiety here, and again, I'm getting like depression and anxiety for you guys, because it's hard for you to remain present. And the thing is, it's saying like, you know, it's completely still and silent, and I feel like that's how you are. You aren't, you're kind of like, your daily pattern is just repeating over and over again, and you're not really progressing in any sort of way. You're not degressing, I don't feel either, but it's because you've kind of been split three ways. Part of you stuck in the future and anxious about it. Part of you stuck in the past and depressed about it. And then it just kind of leaves you in this weird loop, like this repeating loop. Let's see what's the shadow here. Transformation. So there is definitely transformation happening in the shadow. So let's see. Wisdom. So, okay. So it feels like you're stuck in this loop, but you are gaining a lot of wisdom in the shadow, which is the 5D, the unseen, your spiritual potential. It does look like you are gaining a lot of wisdom through this. And maybe that's what scares you, is you're understanding like, oh shoot, like I really can create anything that I want. It's really up to my choices and my actions of, you know, how I'm able to do this. And although you are unable to release some of this energy, I feel like you're understanding what it's like to be in the present moment and how you actually get to different timelines. This is deep, deep spiritual wisdom and how it is transforming you on a spiritual level. So that is great. I mean, there's no shame or anything kind of getting stuck in you know, being able to see the past and present and being able to see the past and the future, but remaining in the present. It's just make sure when you're done to call all of your power back to the present in order to move forward, right? But yeah, it looks like you might be getting a lot of psychic downloads. I've gotten a lot of the signs for the collective have been, you know, third eye upgrades, and I really feel like that is happening for you. And all of these, you know, psychic downloads that you're getting and how your third eye is expanding, and it seems like you're understanding what time travel really is on a spiritual level. it might be scaring you a little bit. All right, let's see. But there's still something that you're not able to release, though. Okay, kind of coming out stuck. Emotions are running high. Yeah, so it's causing your emotional body to kind of be like, kind of in an over, I want to say overdraft, but like over, oh, yeah, it's just like so chaotic. I can't even find the word for it. Going right to the Zatu, coming out in reverse. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So again, we have this aspect of Libran energy coming out, right? And the new moon in Libra happens in Libra season around the full moon. So I really am getting that something may have happened during Libra season that is something that you can't release. And I'm feeling like it has to do with not being able to have a new romantic cycle. And then it says a time to give rather than to take, new moon in Virgo. So there could have been something that was imbalanced here about the giving and the taking situation. Let's see what's going on here. You may have had to give a lot during that time. Fighting energy in reverse. I feel like you were giving so that you didn't have to fight something. We have Muna using focused wish, and I feel like you were really wishing that you didn't have to fight about something. And you've gained a lot of wisdom from this. It's transforming you. It's transforming you in some sort of way. And I feel like this is the vision that you kind of had to release. You had to give it a lot. And it feels like, again, it was to avoid some sort of fight. Again, this is focused on the third eye. So this is telling me that your third eye, your mind was really focused on whatever this is. It says, this Pokemon appears before people in Pokemon who are having a nightmare and eats those dreams. So yeah, I feel like this was to avoid a nightmare. You were just giving to something because you didn't want it to be a nightmare. You were just focused on wishing that, you know, something good would happen. Perhaps that a new romantic cycle would begin. But it looks like maybe it didn't. Let's see. What's the light energy? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So either it didn't work out or it was just taking too long. Like things weren't progressing in the right way. It wasn't stable if they were going. Tell me more about that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Because the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that is the slowest moving. It's all about learning, like, you know, you have to plant a seed and then later, you know, it will become a bountiful crop. It's something that you have to nurture day to day to day. And I feel like you were kind of understanding that you would have to keep giving, but like the fruits that you would get back from it weren't good. And you know how we were talking about, like at the beginning, you no longer can tend to those fields. You need to go plant your seed elsewhere. I feel like that's what this is. You're like, okay, even though I already got a garden sort of going, it's like, I can't give to this anymore because I don't want to fight. You know what I mean? I don't want to just keep wishing for me not to be in a nightmare. You know what I mean? That's not how romance should be. Or it might not be romantic necessarily. Libran energy is one-on-one relationships. It can be platonic or romantic. For a lot of you, it is a romantic situation, but I'm getting for some of you, it might not be. Knave of Chalices in reverse. For some of you, you were just dealing with a narcissist and you just realized like, okay, I need to get out of here. I can't be sucked like into their illusions. This person may have been a compulsive liar. Let's see, what's the shadow? It's like you're realizing, okay, that shouldn't be my wish. I can't just wish for someone else not to be a nightmare to me. You know what I mean? I can't just be wishing to not fight with someone. Like that's a wish towards to keep someone else like acting, behaving properly instead of actually wishing for what you want, right? And what do you want? What house do you want? What car do you want? What job do you want? What partner do you want? Sort of thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like you were just kind of walking on like pins and needles with this person. What's the shadow? Elemental of water in reverse. Yeah, you feel like you cannot emotionally give to it. I feel like they really messed up your emotions. The elemental of water is the emotional body together, is the emotionality. And I feel like you're like, I can't water this anymore. Basically, like you are so, you know, this is the narcissism card. Like you have enough water, you can look in the mirror and sort of fall in love with yourself. Like you don't need me to water you. And I feel like you can't give it any more of your water because your emotional body is like, right? We saw what the Eight of Chalices. You're like, yeah, I'm outie. I feel like there's one more here. Tell me more about the elemental of water in reverse. Yeah, Mother of Water. Okay, so part of you may actually, like, I feel like the thing is they pretend like they're so dry that only you can emotionally nurture them. And I feel like naturally you are very emotionally nurturing. When you see land that is, you know, desecrated or very dry, right? What you want to do is make sure that it gets the rain that it needs, that it gets the water that it needs. That is who you are as a person. I'm getting that you are very giving, but you understood as like, okay, I can't give this my emotions anymore. It's just not healthy for me. Okay. All right, in the extended, like I said, we're going to check and see what we can do to bring you peace of mind for your healing journey and then manifesting your highest vibrational timeline. But let's see what dragon would like to come in for the extended. Woo, that was quick. Wow, it hit right. It went right to my candle. And this is the fire dragon. Burns up the lower energies around you. Yeah, you definitely have some lower energies, and I feel like it's someone who constantly wanted to fight with you, right? This is a connection that you have in that is influencing your third eye, but it's really through your sacral chakra, which is, you know, right below your navel. It's where you emotionally and sensually connect to other people. It also influences your creativity and things. And you are being asked to use your firepower to burn up all the lower energy that surrounds you. It says you are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. Yeah, you are being asked to go on your soul's pathway. And your soul's pathway is not focusing some sort of wish on just not fighting with someone. You know what I mean? That's a lot of energy for your whole life to be like, okay, I just don't want to fight with this person. I just don't want to fight. You know what I mean? I'm just going to give to them so that I don't have to fight, you know, so that my life's not a living nightmare. That's not healthy, right? So you are being asked to sort of burn these lower energies, and then you can transmute them, and it is going to clear your path for your soul pathway, your soul mission. So be determined and inspired. If you'd like to follow me into the extended, that's a really great segue. Thank you, dragons. And we are going to see what we can do to help that. And if you'd like to follow me, the link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. And I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!